Holy crap, I don't know the other spelling for this. We're gonna look at that real quick. There it is. Kisima Ingachuna. Sure. Oh, sorry, DX story. That's fine. We'll get it. Hey, Widget Games. Never alone. TTF is never alone. Except for when he's trying to see what's happening on his second screen. Also, my laptop's updating, so that's pushing out here. New game. Our last day of people who have thrived for thousands of years in one of the most formidable environments on Earth. I already watched that. So we're gonna move on.
Unip kaotiaksipin. Dalakaniran nasuk unip kaktuak kawirakama. Niveaksiakarwalugo inyuniakaniksuk angayukagamini. Sumitemma. Niveaksiakarwalukamuniallatuneksak.
Girl loved to hunt.
Asi surakallavluni. Supayanik.
That seagull goose had no chance.
Inyune ahotin ano kautigaisi. Ano hulinga ilaksok.
Two blizzards. Three blizzards. Shit. The tri-blizzards.
Kisaima panirnialaksibut. Niveaksiakarwaluk kisaima isummekpak. Nabrasi kangitsakuaksiga summan. Ano hulisurukumakan. Summan ano hulinga ilagamakan.
Girl needs some answers.
Nabrasi kangitsakuaksiga summan. Ano hulisurukumakan.
It's like, can't hunt, might as well figure shit out. Watch Scrimshaw. I know what Scrimshaw is. Scrimshaw.
So scrimshaw is this really beautiful method of art that's done either on baleen or ivory, and traditionally it was used to tell stories.
Each etching is telling a story
We'll move
of
my
some
face in a
event.
second.
Caribou hunting was taking place. This is what was
Actually,
going
we're just
on.
gonna get rid of my face.
War
Like,
began around this time, and so it sort of gives you a
it was caused by all the salt
of
from
history
Redstream.
through etching.
What's up, Fubzo?
An elder or the person who carved it would literally be able to read the scrimshaw
Is there a lot of salt going on in
They're like
on Rat's
reading
stream?
a book.
Not good
in a
Necrodancer
way.
runs, or is he playing
A
Rebirth?
lot of the storytelling traditions would be things that after the storytelling was done, we'd just rely on the next person telling it. And so scrimshaw is a very important
Holy shit.
way for
That looks
Alaskan
awesome.
people to record their history.
Alright, we're gonna get rid of my face because this game's pretty and you don't need to see my ugly face. So get rid of that. Scrimshaw. That's cool. I'd rather watch a historical video instead of watching a loading screen.
Ano hulik paisuni. Sunira
An hour of salt. Oh no.
Tabra ni Beaksiakarwaluk. Ayungitsak.
Oh girl.
Padyaguniuliksok.
You can't just walk out into 3 blizzards. Oh dear. Holy shit, that's really loud. That's really loud. Sorry about that if that blasted headphones. Now fucking run! That bear's got no speed. Jump. Oh, made it. Lol. Oh shit. Bear made it too. Just wanna go cock off. Get on up, cha. That was sweet. 405 like 4 or 5 times, jeez. Yeah, that's salt-inducing for sure. Screw you, bear! Can't catch this. Ooh, he's angry bear. Bear is angry. Oh. Let's crack that ice. Oh, SWAT. Super Fox! Playing co-op mode? No, I don't have co-op mode. Now I'm the fox. Hey, kills a rotator. Heck yeah, it is. Later, bear. I'm out. Oh dear.
Tokotawayak tok kisimreome. Araan napkangapiak tok.
You are forever alone. Another blizzard. Oh dear. What was this watch? We already did Scrimshaw. Alright. There's a lot of snow. They're friends.
Kole ringay tok inyugunod. Terigan niya kakanibliko. Terigan niya tam na alatun.
It's not no. Oh, what's up, owl? Alright, we'll watch Arctic Fox. I like these little tidbits. These are cool. A game where I'm learning
When
things.
I was growing up, my grandpa had a pet white fox. If you're a good friend with a fox, when there's danger abound, they try to keep you from getting into trouble. They pull tricks here and there, and
Tricky
foxes
fox.
are like spoiled little kids in a way. When you let her out, she'd go prancing out in the snow, jumping in the air. I know she was happy then. Come running at me and jump on my chest, knock me backwards, lick my face, and I try not to let it. So that was my memory of my grandpa's pet fox.
Dude, I want a pet fox. Sounds awesome. Man, I can't wait till we have that much snow. Tap A to climb wall. Fox. Wait. Oh, use Y. Get up there. That was awesome. Okay, so you use Y to switch between characters. It's good to know. A pet kappa? Oh, cool. She was making tracks for the fox to jump in. Oh dear. We gotta time it out. I live in Wisconsin, and we get tons of snow. I used to live in northern Michigan, and last year we set the record for American snowfall. I think it was like 200 plus inches or something. Slippity slide. Oh, faceplant. Way to catch yourself. Oh dear, I did not press B fast enough. Yeah, right. Monkey! I can't get there. Race! Hey, owl. Oh, cool. The owls tell the stories. That's interesting.
Caribou was
In before
it
herbs.
provided for us in many ways.
Our clothing
I would
in those
much
days
rather watch one of these
was
than
made
gather
of all
orbs.
caribou skin.
I grew up wearing caribou pants, mittens, caribou skin mattress, blankets.
Some people had boots that were made with wolf leggings, sealskin
Jeez.
sole bottoms. Baleen was shaved to make insoles. They kept us quite dry and warm as well.
It's pretty
But the
awesome.
caribou skin clothing was the best. And we would get as many yearlings as we could for our outer clothing. And for heavy winter, we would get caribou in February or March because the hair was the longest and the skin was the thickest, and we would use those for our winter gear. With that stuff on, you could sleep outside in 50 below and it wouldn't bother you a bit.
50 below. Wow. That's pretty dang cold, and I get blasted. Come on, wind. We get over that gap. Hey, yo. Race for wind. Well, I'm sure they clean it,
Ibeaksiagaroluk, kangersingarok,
I'd assume.
supayat ikayok takakanagluwit.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Creepy spirit.
Ayawlo ni tam na takikan niyak. Siwanaksip kangaga, ibeaksiagaroluk. Kanudun pekpaganak tilangit tamat ko, ikayok tawruat.
That's pretty cool. Well, the spirits are helping, and the fox is like, yeah, I do this all the time. How do you not know about this? Sela has a soul. Yeah, I know,
Sia
right?
is the
Killzo.
weather. It also means the atmosphere. Here's the Nuna, or the land. And it's anything from the land into the moon, the sun, the stars. That's Sila.
Sela.
It's
I
a
don't think I'm
very
saying that right.
spiritual, and we have a relationship with Sila. Sila has a soul
Sia.
in the same way we do as people, in the same way animals do.
I think spirit helpers in and of themselves are really about how we're connected with things. And so it may be that there is a spirit helper that shows themselves as a bird to show you the way home, or it may be a spirit helper that actually decides to show themselves with the face and body of a man instead of their animal form. And so I think one of the things that's
Oh, dear.
hard to understand is that it's not one way of seeing things. It's one way of knowing you're connected to everything.
Nice Fubzo.
We've always had that spirituality of everything around us.
It's the interaction you have with the air you breathe, the ocean that you gather resources
Although
from, the rivers from which you gather fish,
white-
the tundra from which you pick berries, the animals that
captions
feed
on a
themselves.
white background
It's
don't work
all
very
of-
well.
All of that.
Yeah, his videos are great. I'm learning things instead of just shooting things. And these videos remind me of Half-Life 2, the commentary videos. Were so cool just to see like the behind the scenes of how that video or how that game was made. I mean, these videos are a lot more historical and serious, I guess. Get up there, folks. Oh. Thank you, Spirit. She needs a little more help. Nope. Can I make this jump? Hey, made it.
Liviaksiaqalualugulo teriganniaqalu ikayuutipiaqtuk. Siqaqaniutimigani.
Them slippy slides.
Kangersinaitsiqunni qanuq pisilaanga. Agalaan tavra atauchikun.
I need a little more warning for those. Get low. Nope, nope, nope. Get low. She's like clawing her way to stay there. It's awesome. Uh-oh. Oh dear, fox. Oh. Oh no! Fox has got it on lockdown. Do we do the creepy crawly? Creepy crawly fox. Made it. Tundra expert. Huh? Petting each other's back. Oh, this is really cool. Fox is like, here you go. Alley-oop. GG. Whoa, Fox, where are you going? I did not control that. There's an owl there. The trapping trail.
In the winter, when we were traveling, we didn't build sod houses, we built snow houses. In Canada, they call them igloo, but here in Alaska, we call them apuyak.
Apuyak.
We'd do a day of travel, and then we'd make a apuyak. The next day, my father would set traps, spend the day there, rest the dogs, give them something to eat, and then the following day, we continued to the next place. We'd go to my dad's sister, who had a house at Dubarg. They had a small sod house over there. We didn't have to do anything. We just visit with them, and my dad and my sister were glad to see each other, and they'd talk away while us kids played outside or go to sleep. By the time we get back to our home, my father would leave us with our aunt or with my
Bubzo with
grandmother,
the phonetic spelling.
and then he'd start on his trips and go check his trap line. We were not into 8 to 5 kind of time, you know. We're in a totally different kind. We're in ecological time.
That's deep. Ecological time, huh? I like how there's a seamless transition between the game and the movies, too. It's pretty nice. Slippy slide jump! Made it. It's starting to turn evening here. Sun going down. Oh, oh. Oh dear. Get low! I see what has to happen here. This was built in Unity? Nice. I think I knew that. Oopsie, oopsie, get low. Oh dear. Fox, no. Oops, get low. So will she climb herself now? Oh, that's awesome. I'm bracing for impact. It's not coming. Yeah, this game looks great so far. Constant Line didn't get to play. Wow. Yeah, I believe it. Oh dear. Oh dear. Place is burnt to the ground. Yeah, I saw this game won lots of awards. Or indie title, I think.
Dikit ka ay makapini. Agalan malulak singamarok. Inyo kulok. Dikit ngamarok.
This man is terrible.
Pingan. Iba halak simarok sumitema. Dikatsak kumanya inyaksok. Pakit kangaw nago. Ibak tani. Nunakak isiwak to.
Oh, jeez. Backhand. It said that with each gust of wind, the powdery snow blew in every direction. Bummer. Let's go check out this village. Creepy whale bones.
Tamanga ikumawak to Hakrapam inyo niptak.
Giant loon spirits.
Kami.
You're stealing. Oh, jeez. Fox just took a major dive. Hey, loon spirits. Come back down here. Snagged it. Come on, I got up there before. Maybe not. Later, Fox. Oh dear, there's... What was that? Creepy children. See, yeah, I thought I made it up there before.
Agalan kakaraw palkhinyat sagabingaichut.
Strange little people.
Nunamin. Pagkagahuting. Nunakemin.
To scavenge the ruins. Jeez, that's not creepy. Oh, use the wind. The little people in the foreground are scary. Loon hype. Pro strats. What's up? You up here, girl? I could see this being a fun co-op game for sure.
Hi, Gwen, today.
Said the Howl Man. Alright. What's up, Owl Man? He's got a scrimshaw pipe. Fetch quest incoming. Owl Man, burning up the fire out here in the snow. Time to talk about the drum.
The drum is something that's common to all cultures in Alaska. All cultures have a drum that may have some
It's common to all cultures in the world.
Or differences in the materials that it's made, but it's still a recognition of life and vitality. And the drum mirrors the heartbeat, and when you continue drumming, soon it will be in line with your heartbeat, because that's what it's supposed to be, the heartbeat of the community, and it symbolizes vitality. And it's the most tremendous feeling to be in a room and to have one long row of all the drummers and to have that feeling of unity and everyone beating in harmony, the drum beat in unison. It's the most beautiful feeling. And to know that you're connected, you're on the land that you are connected to. And even if you grew up outside of the community, that which is in you comes from this area. And it's the greatest feeling.
Man, I went at it and look what happens.
Haha, he bust his drumstick. That's awesome. Gotta get a running jump. Ki. Okay. Got it. This takes a couple tries. Good point, Bubzo. YOLO jump? Oh, she did not make it. Oh, she is... Oh, this is sliding. Culture insights. Little people.
They're just like other people. They
But
just
they're
happen to
little.
be very small and extremely strong.
These are stories that are common throughout Alaska. And it's normally that people are in a size from your elbow to the tips of your fingers, and they possess superhuman strength. So they may be tiny, but they can carry a whole caribou.
And if you go up north and you talk to a number of the people in the community, they'll talk about having seen the little people.
There's a place at home that we know, but we don't profess it to anybody.
But it's not like the boogeyman.
They can be mischievous, they can be ornery, or they can be helpers.
And every now and then, we might have the opportunity to see them, especially if they want us to see them.
The fact that it's across Alaska really tells you something about our history and how we interacted with nature around us.
Scary little people. What I took away from that. Is that the drum? Hold X and L to grab and move the object. Come here, crate. Fox is just going for a ride. This is so we can see in here? Or so I can climb up? Good little people. Fear them. Nope, thought I could double jump off that wall. Aw, that's funny. Geronimo.
Khilya rock to the vershero look the pocket cat.
Dude, little people are just rocking out.
I
Having a good time. Oh dear, what's going on here?
It took to sumagat.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Be fine. See you up there. Ah, he just sniped the fox. Good jerk. Okay. Get out of there, fox. Okay, we were just getting sniped. Okay, I see what I have to do, but I'm trying to not get sniped while I'm doing it. There we go. Well, I'm coming for you, little man. Look at the fox get all low. Oh dear. You better run. Little people.
Ibak siya karolo. Sabat ko may akalawit. Imanyarat. Bakit ka upir kilaw?
And found the owl man's drum. Oh, it's on her back. Cool. Silly little people. Come on, fox. Jimmy up, Jack. Oh. I like how the fox goes for a ride. That's great. Alley-oop. Looks like a shield. Yeah, it kind of does. Check out a pepperoni pizza. That's how they have to order pepperoni pizzas in Alaska. They have to go steal it from the little people.
Ibak siya karolo kutingarok kilaw telegaho ni.
Dude's just smoking snow in his scrimstraw.
Asita mo na pibir takiliw di piyan lagaga. Ibak siya karolo. Dahil nakone ay chudi kirakangalok. Ukpik ukalaktok. Uvaw na kao nagingagiga. Iligin pikit kublugo.
Oh, get it, owl man. Dude's just rocking out. Head banging. Alright, enough of that. More owls. Ebola. Is that what he gave me? Oh, look at that thing.
The bola
awesome.
is what we call kilamitang. And the kilamitang is made out
Kilamitang?
of
Holy
braided
shit,
sinew
can't say that.
tied out to some heavy bone which you could twirl. In my case, we're catching ducks.
Catching ducks?
When
Awesome.
we're out whaling, sometimes the ducks start flying. And they're good for duck hunting. You know, if you're a whaling crew, you can't make too much noise. So you can't use a shotgun for getting some duck soup handy, you know? So bola was a really handy weapon to use for catching ducks. You know, the ducks fly in, you throw it up and tangles up the bird, and down they go.
That's awesome. Ah, that was the owl. I was like, oh, there's a duck, get it. What, you can't get up here? Uh. Sit, stay. Good fox. Oh dear. Oh, the wind. Oh, the wind. Thank you, wind. Hold R. Hold R. And then, okay. Did she just... Okay. I get it. Nice kills though. Alley-oop. Alley-oop. Got the duck. Kia. Take that, ice block. Oh, the fireman. Who sees him? Oh. Fox is like, oh god. I'm using a controller. A Xbox 360 controller. I did not know there was a wind gust coming there. Lesson learned.
Dobra tayo na igilikutin. Nibiyak siya rolum ato ka upim achuta.
Yes, you did. Oops, oops, oops. Nope. Tried throwing it at the wind. It's a panic bola throw. I was so holding B. Fox, go. She'll follow. Oop. Huh. Does it follow him now? I think I have to go out the bottom way. Come back here, spirit thing. Wow, de fax. Got it. Alright. Easiest bolo shot ever. Oh, fail. Yeah, it's like, well, if the fox do it, she'll follow just fine. Oh. It's funny when, like, mid-jump, the wind comes in. And it's like, oh dear.
There
you are, angry man. Terrible man. Who produces fire from his hand. Ain't gonna stop, I'm gonna run. Whoa. Whoa. His rage only grew at the sight of the bola. Oh dear. Oh, you didn't know? We had bola power. Can't catch me, man. Terrible man. He's like melting the snow into ice. I can't pass with him. Oh dear. Going low. Give me bola. Oh dear. Get out of here, run, jump! Oh dear, iceberg pipe. Oh, poor fox. Left two in worse danger. Yeah, because now we're floating on a an iceberg. I forgot to read that. 2 days? Press to watch Stranded. Great. This is gonna be a uplifting story.
The scaredest I've ever been. I was 12 years old. We floated out on a piece of ice while we were duck hunting. It was a bluebird day, just clear blue skies. And there was 3 of us, myself, my brother, and my dad. Next thing you know, we see this dark dark shadow on the ice. We look and it goes behind us. So we all jumped up, startled, and my dad, he started running. We got back to the ridge there. The ice had fractured, cracked, and broke off, and we were floating away. We were drifting.
That sounds terrifying.
It was close enough to where my dad would have made it. He stopped and he thought about throwing us across, and if one of us was on the other side, we would be split up. So he stopped, and he just so happened to have a cell phone on him. 911 didn't pick up. That's the worst feeling in the world right there. 911 did not pick up. So he left a message because they record their calls. Once he had relayed that information, his cell phone died. That was the scariest moment I've ever had in my life. We were floating away and I thought we were left for dead. He kept calm during this situation. He's bringing out everything positive in this case. You know, I'm crying, my brother's freaking out. It went from clear blue to dense fog. Within a couple hours, we heard the chopper flying around, so they must have gotten our message. We thought we were saved, and then the chopper sound went away.
Jeez.
So we lit some of the sled on fire. It's plastic. We thought black smoke in the fog would create some kind of marker. Chopper pilot had mentioned when we got rescued, you could see a glow in the fog, and he slowed down there, and sure enough, as soon as he slowed down, we got within visual. That was definitely the scariest moment of my life, was floating away and not knowing what the outcome was going to be.
Yeah, that'd be terrifying. No thank you. Also, it's cold. Ew, it's thick, bloody ice. Let's make my own doors. Is that gonna float back? Oh dear. Fox, quick! Quick! Oh, alright. Fox, please. Oh, it floated up dead. That was heartbreaking. We're gonna jump the first one! I feel like I have to switch back between controlling both of them to make sure one doesn't fall down. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Girl, get on your fox and run. Nice grab. Oh, iceberg crashing! That probably doesn't help the structural stability of everything. Oh, there's back. Bear's probably kind of pissed off about what happened last time. Nope. Nope. Get blasted. Oh. I thought he was giving her a helpful push. Not the case. Oh, the fishies. Fishies, help me. Oh dear. I like the school of fish following me. Oh, run. Oops. I did not mean to do that. That's really sad that he floats up down. Yeah. Oh, no. That's 2-0 for the bear. Come at me, bear. Oops, oops, oops. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, so that's not what we do. Should probably get her, these out. Right in your bare face. That's how you do. Fishies. Fishies, please help. Oh, awesome. We're riding on the fish. Bear's probably on the water like, what the? Oh, bear's back. Bear, please. That's reassuring. Story time.
We're very much aware of the climate change. And it's been for many years, even before climatologists were noticing this change, Inuit were already saying, Sila alangokto. Our climate is changing.
If the heat is going the way it is right now, for us it's going to be pretty bad. Different birds are coming, and they're coming earlier, and sometimes rain is more than what we want, because when there's more rain, we know it's going to melt the permafrost.
Yeah, it's not good.
In my time as a young whaler, when I was 9 years old, we're hunting from ice that was about 25 feet thick.
He's
And
hunting whales
those
when
giant
he was
icebergs already floating, coming by. That was the first signs of a changing climate. Ice that never broke before was now moving. Now, here it is 50 years later, we're hunting whale from ice that's 18 inches thick. There's no more thick ice.
It's creating a malfunction in our whaling season is what it is. And actually more than that, all seasons in general.
I think we are more scientists than more people will realize. We have more knowledge of those things than people will ever know.
All right then.
Agalan taman na na aglaw.
Nope, 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 nope. Oh dear, that's gonna smash. Right when I go for it. Big ol' smash. Oops. Oh, gosh. I put my eye on the girl instead of the fox. Dude, it is heartbreaking when you see that fox float up. Also the girl, but that's only happened once, so. No, 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 no. Come on, girl. Made it. Girl just belly flopped. And the fox got crushed. Oh my god. Waiting. Come on, fox. There we go. Book it. Those are double whams. There's a little snowman up there. We're gonna get it. Fox is gonna get us out. Nope. Fox failed. Thought we could run up the wall there. It's not the case. I have to start all the way back. Okay, good. Hopefully, I didn't have to wait for this. Oh dear. I need a death counter, I think. Oh, come on. Glitchy game. What does the fox say? I can't believe I first correlated that. The owl's up there. Let's not die. Got it. Yeah, I want special story time.
My brother was out seal hunting. He got attacked from behind and managed to grab his knife and save himself. When he came to realize, oh no, it's a mother. We've always known traditionally that we avoid killing a mother. It's always been sacred to us to protect them. He had to present himself to the council, and so he was given the job to mother the baby, and we kept it.
Huh.
It got so big it went over the barricade one day and got to the dog food, and that was an indication that, brother better go teach it how to survive on its own. So he did. I really got attached to the bear because I more or less grew up with it. And some days when brother took him walking, once in a great while he'd put me on the bear and I would ride on it like a horse. I was just happiest little girl in the world.
Riding a polar bear? Yeah, that's pretty epic. Alright, let's not die here. Coming, Fox? Oh, yeah, control Fox. No! Why are you running back? There we go. Success. Creepy ice cave. Oh dear. Ghost Fox. Okay, I see what's going on here. You gotta keep tapping A to get him to climb. Did not realize that. Oh, polar bear, please. Oh dear. What am I to do here? Hello, polar bear. Oh no! Glitchy glitch glitch. do here. What's up, polar bear? That's not it. Wait. I don't know if this is doing anything. Yeah, I think I did something. There's not. Oh dear. Fox, please. Hey, bear, run away! Oh, you gotta jump there. Okay, lesson learned. Stupid bear. Okay. Just gotta get closer. I'm scared to get close to the bear. Oh dear. Okay. Alley-oop. Oh dear. Okay, that works. Later, bear. Ow. I'm on a whale. Oh dear. All right.
Tageum iukai kairusungenion puktakpau. Ara kanohrik tema ipingit pak.
I wonder why they didn't drown. Me too. Blizzard bear simply was not time to hunt. Ooh, swimmy fun. This looks really cool. 260 hype. Around the fox. That fox looks friggin' adorable. What's up, ow? Tell me a story.
In, Arctic Alaska, hunting is a really important part of life. It's not just about going and shooting something, it's about going and putting food on the table. But more importantly, subsistence hunting isn't just about the insular family unit, it's about feeding the whole community. And I think that's one of the beautiful things about subsistence hunting in Alaska is that people go out and they'll go get, fish, or they'll get a caribou, and they'll get, seals and whales. And one of the first things they'll do is they'll say, oh, I need to take this to the elders. This isn't just about one individual surviving or one family surviving, it's about the whole community.
We didn't just go out and kill and put in a freezer. It's like a ritual that I learned from my parents.
It's all about relationship. I don't know. I think there's a lot of camaraderie involved, and just being out on the land or being out on the ocean. It's like getting back in tune.
I'd rather be out there. To me, once I go out there, it's the world that I learn from.
Beat. Alley-oop. We can't go that way. You have unlocked the power to swim. Fox is like, I'm not getting in there. Holy gigantic. Are there any spirits over here, Fox? Nope. Alright. So I'm inside a whale right now? Do I understand that correctly? Can't get up there. Oh, the Baldo. It's a lot of. Okay, can't do that. Just hucking it. Your name is Jonas. My name is Jonas. Thanks for all you shown us. This is how we feel. Don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Hit something up there. Oh, I'm an idiot. I figured it out. Love the Weezer, heck yeah. Come sit next to me, pour yourself some tea. We gotta swim down. Smart. Hold A to swim faster. The spirits? Get on up, Jack. Oh, this is gonna be dangerous. Oh, I thought that was landing on the fox. I was a little scared. Is that like melting? What's going on here? Oh, waterfall. Is that bringing the water up? Okay, can't go there. Run him up! Swim, fox. Your own. Fox is a good swimmer. Nope. That looks like a gigantic squid in the background. What's that about? What's up here then? Nope, 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 nope. Ah, son of a. Did not realize it was gonna move. And girl just jumps down for the funsies. Elevator up. Please. Nope, there's a spirit right here. Gotta get the girl going. Or can she fit through here? She cannot. Alright. It's all you, fox. The double jump is real. Not throw straight up. We'll get it sometime. There it is. Ninja Fox confirmed. Where is this going? Yeah. Girl's not a ninja. Okay. Looking like What's going on here? That is a creepy crawly spirit. Alright, we need you to come down. So she can grab on. Cool. That is cool. Ninja Gaiden 2, yeah. That's awesome. Oh, shoot. Nope, nope, grab it! Oh. Ugh. Game, please. Ugh. I'm down here. Crazy spirit thing. There we go. We're making it. Her spirit platform almost disappeared while she was standing on it. That would have been terrible. Ugh, creepy hand. Wait, who am I controlling? Okay. Elevator up. Ooh, slippy slide. What's going on here? I need her to get these icicles, so we gotta go below. No, Fox, down. Down, Fox. Yeah, that's exactly what happened, Killzo. Ooh, those look like dangerous spikes. Okay. Can Fox grab on? Alright. That was horrific. Oh, I see what I gotta do. Okay. Fox, you stay up here. Yep. Girl down here. Spike's like all the hugs. At least it wasn't all like bloody and gruesome like, oh, okay. Like, Prince of Persia and whatnot. No, Fox, stay. Stay. Good Fox. Alley-oop. That's what you're supposed to do. Smart foxes, smart. Alley-oop. Made it. Can she reach that? She cannot. Down, Fox. Grab on. There you go. Oh dear. Oh dear. Sorry, girl. Oh, cool. He's got a little handhold up there. That's awesome. That was pretty cool. Made it. Alley-oop. One, two, three. We just fill this whole thing with water. Fox is out. Everything is alive.
Now we spend all our time out in nature. You get very intimate with the world. And over time, if you're living that life, you start to sense that everything has a spirit. There's a consciousness in everything. Everything is alive. If everything is alive, then we want to respect it. And if we're going to use it, we want to use it respectfully.
What I try to tell my nephews and nieces, you know, you love to hunt, you have to take care of the animals that you catch, preparing the food and eating the food that you catch.
Water provides you. The ice brings you life. It provides all those things that you need to be a part of your life.
That was something I grew up with. I grew up respecting the animals. I grew up respecting the land. And that, to me, that is why we as Inupiaq, as an Inupiaq culture, as an Inupiaq people, is why we're so successful.
Pretty cool. You have to go swimming now? You have to go swimming now. Sploosh. Yeah, there's crazy squid thing in the background again. Yeah, it's something I noticed too, Kills, though. It's refreshing compared to crazy American talk where we talk super fast. It's hard to understand. Waterfall. Ooh, spirit. Stay there, Fox. Tread some water. No, stay. No, stay. Oh. Well then. Waterfall blocks that, so that's a thing. Time for Fox to go on an adventure by himself. Fail. Now what? Now, okay. Yeah. Swimming through history.
I think most central to the ideology of the Inupiat is the idea of sharing.
Being able to feed the community, feed others. That's why we hunt, you know. In the old days, that's what you needed to survive, you know.
The sharing is important because it's how the community survives together collectively.
We just give. That's how I grew up. That's the way I'm always going to be. Because of who we are, we always think about other people first.
If our people didn't share in the old days, we wouldn't have survived in this harsh, climate, environment.
I like these videos too because it's like a documentary in your game. Alright. So, come with me, spirit thing. Yeah. Under the water. Made it. Missed it. Just spiked it. I need to back up. Oh, that one was way up high. Come on now. You gotta hold it for a little bit, it seems like. Power up the charge. Did they find the exit?
Nibak siya lo terigan niya kalo shuflo kay akabigom kingamigom shuflo kay akabigom
Whale Cave was having none of it.
ila kataktok sila mo tipinekay sangan nunaken.
So we made it to a village. One day wondered, what, oh what, is causing the weather to be like this? Anyway. Ooh, nighttime. Look at that reflection in the water, it looks freaking great. King Island.
Big Time Eat, Little Time Eat, and King Island. And in those three islands are the stepping stones to get to America.
So King Island is this absolutely beautiful place off the coast of Alaska. And if you can imagine being on this really kind of rocky island that kind of shoots up from the water to these cliffs, and then all of a sudden you see these stilts, and then you look up and there are these houses.
They were built on the cliff up high because of the ice. Being an island in the Bering Sea, you have ice that's being pushed by the winds onto the island.
Jeez, that's
so it's
crazy.
going to pile up 50, 60 feet high. Structures are still there today, and people have returned to King Island. It's a growing community as the people return back to their island.
Hey, Motorcycle Girl. Yeah, I think that those drawings were the interpretation of the people they've been interviewing of how the story should look. I'm just speculating. So we're on King Island right now? Yeah, I can see the stilts in the background there.
Tam na nunakek inyit kinganyeksak. Kainap tak pingabulugo. Ibiak siya karolum ay makabiatun.
So the evil man came here too. I don't know why I threw that. Sounded like a good idea. Can Foxy make that? Make it! Nope. Well, Fox just totally nosedived into that. There we go. Hey, yo. Made it. Let's go, Fox. Around all the stilts now. That's pretty cool. Oh. Rickety, rickety! Turned into a slab. I'm just quickly running over everything because of a fear that it's just gonna fall. Creepy crawly fox. Oh dear. Fox, please. I saw her move when I hit the directional. Ooh, Northern Lights. If any of you get the chance to go to a place where you can see the Northern Lights, I highly recommend it. Oh dear, that moves. Did not realize. Maybe she ties it to that post there. I let go and then, oh, that's just, okay. Fucking YOLO, get it? Good job. There's a lot of silly deaths like that in this game I've been having so far. It's like, oh, that thing moves. After I've, you know, committed to a jump. I hear an owl. It means story time, I see the owl. Hey, Northern Lights. Cool. Yeah, Northern Lights are freaking amazing.
When I was young, my mom, whenever the Northern Lights came out, she'd just whistle.
Boy, they come alive. Just keep whistling and that aurora will... Just like, you know, you can almost hear it.
And then she explained to me a little bit later that those are children. And children who've passed away when they were children. You don't want to draw them in too much, you know, is what she said. Because then they could play football with your head. Play Eskimo football. And that's what they want to do.
Eskimo
They're
football?
always playing, those children up there.
Don't play out without your hood on. If you don't have your hood on, the Aurora person is going to come down and chop your head off and play ball with your head.
Jeez.
It wasn't like they were trying to do bad, you know, or it was like a scary story or anything like that. It was just, that's how it was. That's what it was.
It's quite the life lesson. Keep your hood on or your head will get chopped off. Also, her hood's not on. Put your hood on, girl. What's the put on hood button? Oh dear, that was close. You don't see me. Oh, he's coming. Look down. Yeah, I'd have the hood on too. Alright, you just chill there, girl. Fox will find something to help. Can she reach that? He's sitting like she can. Made it. Oh dear. I was scared. Poor Fox is all alone. Fox doesn't know how to ladder. I kind of want to jump under that thing just to see what happens. I missed. Excellent. If it actually takes her head off and starts playing Eskimo football with it. Oh dear. Good work. More story time. The month of night.
In the month of November, there's no sun. So during that dark time, we travel by the light of the moon. It's quite different. Everything was silver and black. Toward the horizon, we could see where caribou are because their body heat flowing upward, and we could see it glowing in the moonlight against a dark horizon where there's no stars.
That's kind of cool.
If somebody yelled, you could know who yelled from where the sound came from, but specifically where that cloud of their breath went up and it glowed in the moonlight. So that was a good time to travel. It was very surrealistic. And so things that were dark objects look very close, and white objects look very far.
Also kind of creepy. Is Fox safe right there? Oh dear. Okay. Fox is like, girl keeps dying. Oh, I gotta start way over. That sucks. Oh, that was just for the secret. I have to go to the right here. I understand. I understand, game. That was just for Story Owl. Let's go this way. Made it. Oh dear, duck. Also, it's getting windy. Okay. So let's drag you on over. Get down there, folks. Oh, Fox looks cold. That's not what you're supposed to do. Fun fact, the fox can't push this. So there's a rope there. Puzzle solving isn't my strong suit, especially when we're doing it on cast. What does the fox say? Yeah, we get her up here. What does that do for me? So I can make that jump. It's not true. Bear with me here while I figure this out. Oh, there's a rope here. I think. Please get off the box. Hey, there we go. Victory jump. Okay, now she should be able to be pushing that. Ooh, hot chocolate. Yeah, that'd be... This game... Oh dear, that broke. This game would definitely warrant some hot chocolate. Fox, I can't see anything. You need to come down. Oh dear. That fox just got... destroyed. I'm assuming I do this. Alright. That was a fail. Still alive? Nope, no broken back. Good work. B. Fox, please. Fox, you're in the falling animation. Oh dear. Oh no! My head! Oh dear. It stole me. Just took me away. I'm scared. Oh no, it takes the fox too. Fox, please. Fox didn't have its hood up either. Climb up, please. Find a safe place, Fox. It's not a safe place? Okay. Kinda is. Oh dear, Fox, please! So nervous. Now that I know these things just kidnap you. Kidnapping Northern Lights. Oh gosh. It is getting windy. Screw you, Northern Lights, I'm out. Oh dear. Blizzard returns stronger. Yeah, it's blustery. Oh, wow. Did she just die? How'd she die? I didn't even see it. Let's not get blown out the door this time. Work. That looks like we want to jump on it for sure. So the wind's back. It's windy! Oh dear. I jumped during the wind. Brace, brace, brace. Okay. Go for a ride. I totally jumped. Blizzard's no lie. Alright, this time we'll make the jump. Made it. job, Fox. Ooh, it's blustery down. I'm just playing. Whoa. Random fireball. Oh dear, Fox, no! No! I'll bolo you. I'll give you the bolo. Oh! Oh, wow. That was super dark. Just snap its neck. Is that part of the game, or did I lose there? I think that was part of the game. That snapping noise. Oh no. Why? Terrible man is terrible. The feels. Fox, no. She's out for revenge now. What? What's going on? Fox Spirit.
Derigan nek allang mo hone makit kisa ko. Naga den night dog at the ramik.
Fox Ghost. Hold A to fly faster. Bzz. Interesting. Story time. Animal spirits.
We're taught that there's no hierarchy. It's not everything else and then man, humans on top, and they're separate from everything. We're taught that everything is equal and that all the animals have a human form or can be seen in a human form. And so they have just as much or more intelligence. In fact, have a lot to teach people. And so that's how these transformations can happen. It's if the animal wants you to see it in its human form. There's a story where a man comes up to an ice hole and then realizes there's another man in his parka that's got stuck in the net, and is just stuck like that. Oh, can you let me out? Please help me, And so then he lets the man out, but then realizes that was actually a seal. That was a seal man. And just because that seal wanted that help, that seal allowed itself to be seen in human form.
Cute little seals. Hold X to interact with spirits. Fox. Come down here.
Kulangnya helyo na pakchut nunangat. Derigan niyam kinyaktit kay kanutun pekpaganak tilang isuli. Kayi word kilit kuchich.
like the crow sound. Welcome back, Motorcycle Girl. Oh, fail. Hey, there's bunnies down there. Hey, bunnies. I'm coming, I'm coming. There we are. Crawl under? Nope. So I can just jump across here. I'm gonna see if we can get this owl with Fox Boy here. So I can no. Made it. Oh dear. Wait, what just happened there? Did she die? Okay, good to know. Also, that owl's back there. I want the owl. Looks like we'll be going back that way anyway. Fox Boy's moving the tree. Come to me. And my bola. Ooh, I pull it up this way. Nope, pulling it this way. Bye, bird. Bye. Whoa. Little branch help here. Whoa. I feel like I'm missing the owl, like right below me. Oh dear. Forgot about the wind there. You know, Fox gets all sad. Alley-oop. Oh, made it. Yeah, I missed the old fox look too. The fox was great. That's not how the story goes. Also, I'm pretty sure I missed that owl. climbing through this forest. Whoa, girl. No, 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 no. Fox boy, please. That was your fault. Oh my gosh. And strike through, you're out. Oh my gosh. Come on, girl. There you go. And that tree spirit back there. Creepy looking. Yes, this time follow me, please. Made it! Oh, there's a wind. This is where the owl is. There's the owl.
We have our Dimi, the body, which returns to Nuna, the earth. And we have Atif, who is our name that has been passed down to us over the generations. The spirit of our Atif lives on so long as man remembers that name. It would be hard to describe what happens after death. The feeling is that when our Anerenek returns to Sila, then that may be reborn if the name is passed on to a new child who can then retain some of the memories of the original name.
And so it's not uncommon for grown-ups or adults to meet a child who has the same name maybe as their grandmother and say, "Hi, Akka," which means grandma, "Hi, Appa," or "Hi, little mom," or "Hi, little dad," because it's the traditional belief that the soul, is continuing on.
Humans are renewed and replenished over time. Just like our plants. Every year, flowers are born and bloom and they die. Next year, they are born again.
Not much unlike Final Fantasy VII? With the live stream and whatnot? Alright, what's going on here? You fall down. Oh, for fail. It's like when I do something stupid with the controls, the Fox Boy is just like, "You idiot." As such. Epic fails right now. Hey, Fubzo. Yeah, to catch you up real quick, the Terrible Man caught up to us and captured the fox. And, it held the fox hostage for the girl's, I forget what it's called. The bola. This thing, the bola. And then she threw it at his face, and the Terrible Man snapped the fox neck. And then he was reborn into this fox spirit. And right now I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do here, because last time I did this jump I died. So we're gonna do it again. That's not what you do there. Then what the crap am I supposed to do? That knocks that down. Don't think this is the direction I go though, because that's where the owl was. This is back down yonder. Huh. Break that thing. Oh, there it is. I was gonna say, this jump is not makeable right now. Yeah, it was the most, like, disturbing sound when, the Terrible Man snapped the fox's neck. It was like, oh my gosh, that just happened. Oh my god damn. I gotta do this all over. Hardest platforming game, NA. Making progress though, so there's that. I didn't know if I had to wait for the wind on that jump or not. I guess I do. There you go. Making progress. But as far as this thing goes. Oh, slippy slidey? Oh, good. I was not prepared for a slippy slide. It was dangerous to travel at any distance. All one could see was a mass of swirling snow. Stuck it. Alright, what's all around here? Do the scouting with Fox Boy. Nope, there it is. But she can't get to it currently. Can I hop down here? Hey, yo! Made it. Minor concussions aside, we're so good. Get it. The animation of the Terrible Man snapping his neck too was pretty disturbing. Oh dear. Shaky. Shaky, shaky. Am I still going to the right? Like, is that a thing? At least it's not windy anymore. Oh, the tree's alive. Oh dear. Walking tree hype? That's pretty cool. Oh, it's windy. Also is... okay. Problems! Shit. I see what I'm supposed to do here. I thought he was just gonna keep walking. He was like, nope. Going down. For fail. How about we just lift this one up? There we go. Then we'll jump with the wind. Alley-oop. Nope. I jumped too early. Really should have had a kill counter. Made it! Progress. Ooh. Creepy hand. Ellie. Can she make that jump? She can. All these trees are staring at me. Whoa, whoa. That tree was not having the ride. We're fine, it's fine. Come here, spirit boy. Spirit fox. So let's go back this way. And up. Come on, bring the hand down. I'm pressing the button for it. Guess that's not a thing yet. Or I have to lift it up. Or I have to lift it up because it blocked me right there. Yep. Blocking my path. Silly tree spirit. Ugh. Or fail. We'll get through this. Believe. Alley-oop.